Okay, people. All right. Good. I have the teleprompter and I have the speech, and there are two different things. Let's see how we do. When Luis emailed me kind of at the beginning, I said, no, thank you, because I feel I can always be somewhere else. Not like I don't love to be with friends and family, but sometimes my body tells me I'd rather prefer be somewhere else where people may need my time. But the truth that I said yes when then Luis picked up the phone and you are coming to this is because the truth for me is like, Lin-Manuel thinks my English sucks, and for me this is like an audition to get in one of his movies one day. That's the truth. I'm here. So please, I don't want any one of you in the room saying, what did he say? Just put a poker face like you understand my English, okay? Okay, you see, Lynn, they understood me, man. So on September 25th of 2017, and very soon it's gonna be 10 years, I arrived with friends, with Nate, others, to San Juan, Puerto Rico, on what I think was the first commercial flight that arrived to San Juan after Hurricane Maria. Just a few weeks ago, I was in Houston. We got back-to-back hurricanes. Remember, it was Houston, it was Florida, it was Harvey, it was Irma. Then Maria showed up. Everybody was overwhelmed. 3 major hurricanes back-to-back. And when I landed, I landed with a simple question. I saw the response before, and the response in Florida and Houston was away from perfect. And inside me, I was like, how are we going to handle a third hurricane, category 5? And this is a question I had. How World Central Kitchen really can raise to the occasion, because I thought this was going to be a very bad one. And when we landed, I realized that yes, this organization I started in Haiti 7 years before, we had to be ready to be grown-ups because the people of Puerto Rico needed us to raise to the occasion. The first day we cooked a few hundred meals with one of my best friends, José Enrique, one of the best chefs of America, a guy that no electricity and water falling down the ceiling of his beautiful restaurant in Santurce already was cooking. And I remember I sent a text message that I didn't know if anybody received it. The text message said, I'm coming. When you send a text message to fellow chefs and you say you are coming to an emergency, you know what that means. You are coming to cook with them. So on the first day, we did hundreds of soups right there in Santurce. The next day, we doubled. The day after, we doubled more. More chefs keep joining. Food trucks began showing up. Before we knew, we moved to El Choli. We began realizing that the need was not only in San Juan, but all across the island, because people were coming to see what we were doing. We saw that just a few thousand meals a day was not enough. We had to do tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. At the end, more than 36 kitchens all across the islands, hundreds of thousands of meals. We reached 4 million meals. I can say that Puerto Rico fed Puerto Rico. And at this time, World Central Kitchen was a very young organization. And our main work was in Haiti. And between 2010 and 2016, it was not major hurricanes. 2017 is what began the chaos that we are seeing today. And we began doing meals because the people needed our meals. And we began putting credit cards. My wife kept calling me, hey, what are you doing? Like, I don't know. We asked for a line of credit. The line of credit was gone within days. We asked for more credit to the food companies. The line of credit was gone. We had no money. I'm not going to lie to you, but it's a documentary that you will see me literally crying. Crying of desperation. Crying of desperation because every day I will go around the island and I will see the devastation and the need. And the people were alone. And they felt powerless. And I felt powerless. And many people around me felt powerless. But then we realized that we were not alone. That always we will find more food, always we will find more chefs, more kitchens. And we began receiving calls. Jose, how can we help? On the other line were angels. There was a father and a son whose friendship and generosity very much changed in many ways the course of my life and my belief in humanity itself. And these were Lin-Manuel and Luis themselves. And together with Vanessa, with Luz, the entire Miranda family and the incredible team at the Hispanic Federation, we kept going. Just we kept opening more kitchens. We kept sending food trucks into communities. From Ponce to Santurce, to Vieques, to Culebra, Vega Alta, every single day. Every time we reach a community, we kept going back every day. Sometimes even bringing medicines and other things. Together, as I said before, we fed an island, 4 million meals. And as you know, a very wise man once said, immigrants get the job done. Really. So people, Secretary Clinton, thank you for your generous words and for the lifetime of showing up for the people that need it most. And thank you very much to the Hispanic Federation for what they did to me in those early days. And especially the day that Lynn and Luis and all his friends landed in the airport. You could feel it in the island. They were not coming just to take a photo and look like they were doing something. When they show up, they gave hope to the entire island. Everybody said, we're gonna do it together because the Mirandas are here. Yeah, I think I'm losing the poor guy with the teleprompter. Can you come back? Can you come back? Yeah. Can we give him a round of applause? And so these early days of Maria, those phone calls, for me personally, I always receive them with tears in my hand, because I saw that the people of Puerto Rico were not alone. They were not alone. The Mirandas, my good friend Lorraine Powell Jobs, who also landed there to say, what do you need? And obviously the only and the one, Secretary Hillary Rodham Clinton. And this is what I learned from the Clintons and the Mirandas. I learned this, that they don't need to be asked. They don't wait to be asked. Just they show up with boots on the ground to make things happen when they need to happen. And more important, they listen to the people. We cannot give help without listening to the needs of the people. We need to listen to the people. And you know what they do? They walk alongside communities. Not only in moments of crisis, but beyond the crisis. On the sometimes when everybody feels alone, on the long road to recovery. In Puerto Rico, World Central Kitchen worked together with the Hispanic Federation, as I said, and the Clinton Foundation. And we didn't only serve meals in a moment of need, but we began working together to help build those communities stronger. We, the people. And we did this with one simple belief, that a plate of food is more than just a meal. A plate of food, my friends, is dignity. A plate of food, my friends, is community. A plate of food, my friends, it's hope. And Saint Maria, we've carried that lesson everywhere. From Latin America to the Middle East. From Ukraine to neighborhoods right here in New York. Harlem, Queens, the Bronx. Where people struggling during the pandemic, we had the people of Bronx feeding the people of Bronx, the people of Queens feeding the people of Queens, the people of New York feeding the people of New York. We the people. And so, to everybody here tonight, this award really means a lot to me. But I don't take this award as José Andrés, the person. Just stop, don't move. He's good though. Because this is about we the people. I did what I did because I had people that believe in me. I didn't do it alone. This was never about José Andrés, I the person. This was always about we the people. This award is not for me. This award is for every one of you, many of you in this room that helped me make happen the dream of not leaving anybody hungry. This is no awards for the person. This is awards for we the people. This award goes to all of them. And because at the end, being here in front of you, I realized that in many ways, my story is the story of every one of you. Because, you know, I came to the United States with very little, $50 in the pocket. Enough money to go from the Kennedy to the restaurant that hired me. And the driver left me 10 avenues left and 100 streets north. I guess was my accent. And like so many immigrants before me, the first time I came to America, I came by boat. I was a sailor in the Spanish Navy. And arriving the way I arrived in New York is like a movie. I arrived in a 4-mast tall ship, the Juan Sebastián del Cano, sailing past Lady Liberty, under the Verrazano Bridge, Ellis Island. And you know what happened? I docked on the east side, on the west side, not very far away from where we are right now. And I arrived with a very simple dream and with a very simple belief. I believe that sincerely to this day, I believe in it even more strongly. That in this country, anything was possible. I came here looking for opportunity. But you know what happened, my friends? That what I found was something far away more powerful. What I found here was a place where anybody, including me, I had a chance to belong. And I realized that whatever you choose, America or whatever you were born here, I believe that we all share something else. Immigrants and American born, we share a sense of responsibility. Responsibility to give back. Responsibility to speak up. Responsibility to make sure that the same opportunities we all had are there for everyone and for generations to come. Not only for our children, but for everyone. You know why? Because today the American dream, my friends, is not just what we achieve for ourselves. I believe that the American dream has to be to what we create for others. What is good for you must be good for me. What is good for me must be good for every other person. And from the perspective of a cook, let me tell you, my friends, you like restaurants? You like good fresh vegetables? Let me tell you, my friends, there is not an America without immigrants. And there is no flowers in your table without immigrants. And there is not gonna be food in your table without immigrants. Not in our farms, not in our kitchens, not in our restaurants. We have to pay homage and respect to the people who plant, harvest, cook, serve. They are the hands of this nation. They are not strangers. They are not outsiders. They are us. And they deserve to be treated with respect. And so the question is not wherever immigrants belong. My accent is getting better. Of sure I belong. The question, my friends, is what country do we want to build together? What we do dream of this America we love for the next 250 years? I know my answer. I know my answer because I believe in building longer tables, not higher walls. Tables where we see each other. Tables where we recognize each other humanity. Tables where there is room for everyone. And yes, today, my friends, this beautiful table I dream about, this table is being tested in real time. But you know, I have seen what happens when we choose to make it bigger. I saw it in Puerto Rico. In the worst moments of humanity, the best of humanity shows up. And I know that maybe in the worst moments of America, the best of America will always show up. We will show up. And I've seen it everywhere, in communities in America and across this country. And I see it in the work of the Hispanic Federation, which is having an unbelievable impact. And I'm so glad that I've been learning in the way Luis and Luz do it. And I think the Hispanic Federation deserves our support today even more than ever, because these are the times. At World Central Kitchen, we like to quote John Steinbeck. This was the first book I read in English. Wherever there is a fight so hungry people may eat, we will be there. But let me tell you something, mi gente. Today we have a big fight ahead. The fight is way bigger. Today is the fight to make sure families can put food on the table. Today is the fight so the people who feed America can also feed themselves. Today is the fight to ensure that every child, no matter where they are born, has the dignity of a hot meal and the chance, like I had, to belong. And my friends, as I look around this room tonight, and I see people, many of you, who you are already doing this work. I see leaders, I see builders, I see dreamers. Every one of you is a dreamer. And you are people who don't wait. You are people who show up. People who understand that the promise of this country is not something we inherit. The promise of this country, it is something that we must keep today and tomorrow, especially on behalf of the voiceless, and especially on behalf of people that they are being hunted as we are here enjoying this dinner. So my friends, Let's together keep building longer tables. Let's keep respecting each other. Let's keep giving the dignity all the people around us deserve. Let's keep making room for everybody. Let's us keep choosing empathy, because if we do, the next generation will not just inherit the American dream, but they will live in a country where that American dream really will belong to everyone. I am José Andrés, and I endorse this message. Thank you.